Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of MTG Sin Senpai. So, for tonight's video, I have a single pre-release kit that I'm looking to open for everyone, and here's hoping that we get something insane. And I'm sure everyone's noticed the wonderful promo card that's on the front, which is this beautiful Windfall. And just reaching out and saying support your LGSs. Hopefully that they have these promos to give out to you. I know certain stores, they got limited supplies of each one, so hopefully you just go to your, if you didn't get to go to the events, go talk to your LGSs, see if they still have them, pick one up. I happened to pick this one up for the video, I believe yesterday, and the store still had some of the promos left, and they had one of these left, which I was amazed. So I decided to take one for myself because they were still giving them out for buying the pre-release kits. So, take the time, go out. If you're buying the product already anyway, might as well go support your LGS and hopefully get some promos as well. So, and I know there are others that came out as well. If I remember correctly, it was Wood Elves and Wall of Roots. So you have options and choices. I would recommend picking up the Windfalls because if I recall, the store owner had mentioned that there weren't that many of those in stock. So pick these up while you can. Definitely, if anyone plays Commander, you know Windfall. If you don't play against degenerates, and good for you. But everyone I know that plays Commander knows what this is. So there's that. And then we've got this beautiful pre-release kit here. So here's hoping that we get something insane. I think the most insane card that I pulled during the weekend myself was a foil Gix, which I'm very excited that I pulled that. At some point, I'll be going over my draft kits or the pre-release kits that I actually opened already. And of course, obviously, I'm not going to be able to open them on the video for everyone, but I've done my best to try and keep them kind of together in the way they are. So I'll just be opening them and going through them. I'm going to save this for the last part. There we go. We'll put this at the end. Here's hoping our promo is something amazing. I do really like the way the dice came out. This particular dice, whichever the plural is, dices. I know it's not dices. But I like the way these came out, and the lime green one has got to be the best one, I'd have to say. So we got ourselves our packs here. Nice 6 packs to go through. Alrighty, so here's hoping we pull something amazing. I did attend, I believe, a total of 6 different events, and of the 6, I did not get to pull off the crazy, is that? No, that's just me. I didn't get to pull off a crazy meld combination. I know, like, the chances of you getting both the mythic and the rare to pull off the said meld was super small. I'm sure someone's done the math. It would have been amazing to do, and unfortunately I didn't get to pull it off at all. And from what I understood, no one pulled it off at any of the events I went to. Ooh, not bad. A number 1 card to start off with is a mythic, is not the worst pull. I do really like this card. It's a lot of fun, even if you're not running those colors, which if you're not running those, you may not run this because a 6 mana 5/4 is not the best. But the fact that you could do some extra effects with it is pretty bonkers. The Well of Lost Dreams is actually a really amazing card. I'm a big fan of that for Commander. And then, man, these lands. That's the first time I've seen this particular art. Reminds me of the War of the Worlds aliens machines or whatever. It looks pretty sick. So I did pull a foil one of those in my prize packs not too long ago, and it's pretty awesome. I'm like, man, I want to get me foils of all of them for sure, especially all the different arts, because who doesn't like giant robots, right? So here's hoping that we get those. And so we got our commons and uncommons. We got Kayla, I believe it's pronounced Kayla's Reconstruction, pretty neat. And we got ourselves a Millstone, pretty strong card, and a foil Phalagi Dragon Engine. So there we go. Going to put our foils here. Okay. Alrighty. So pack number 3, here we go. Going to do the. So what's everyone's thoughts on the prototype mechanic? I mean, myself personally, the gimmick is cool, and I kind of like the idea, but execution, is it the best? I don't feel like it is. But I mean, we'll have to see as things go by. I know with pre-release, certain new mechanics are a little hard to kind of gauge, especially because we don't know how they interact with other things just yet. But they are the way they are. And then now we got 3 more packs to go. At least so far we've pulled at least 1 mythic, so that's pretty awesome. Here's hoping we pull something else that's cool. There was multiple times that I did pull a single piece of the meld cards, but never the other corresponding half. Titania's Command, man, this card is such a blowout. One of my opponents went wide with that and killed me. Key to the City is actually pretty decent, not the worst, but not the best. And then we got ourselves a nice Island there. And yeah, it blows my mind. I think this is the first time I've seen in a set that not every single booster pack has a land. If you notice, we've only pulled 2 lands out of the, what is this, the 4, no, I can't do math. This is the 5th pack, and out of the 4 prior, we didn't hit any, we've only hit 2 lands. Pretty crazy. Or at least when it comes to the basic lands. Beautiful pain lands. I'm not a big fan of them. Of all the dual land options, I mean, I guess it helps with Pioneer and other things of that nature, but it's like there's so many better options, and I only play Commander, so if I had to pick between that and one of the budget dual lands, I'd rather run the budget dual land that comes into play tapped all day, every day. Because the pain land, as good as they are in the set and where they're used, I mean, I'm just not a big fan of them. Life is a resource in this game, and it is what it is. I'm sure everyone else has different views on that, but at least that's my particular stance on it. And here we go, our last pack. This is the rare. We got a Gwenna Eye of Gaia, or that's not Gaia, that's Gaia. Gaia, I guess that's how you pronounce that. Pretty neat. And the Sculpting Steel, which is awesome, and a Thanos Tinkering, so not the craziest. And then the Zombie Token. I'm not sure what makes this Zombie Token. We'll have to look into it. But yeah, that Zombie Token looks pretty sick. So we got 1 mythic, 2 foils, nothing too crazy. Looking at this particular pool, I probably would have done, at least just looking at the rares, I would have done something with green for sure. And then maybe splash one of the, or not splash, but focus on the other, one of the other colors that being for this serpent. And then, oh, don't forget, we got ourselves a, wow. Of all things to be the promo, this is, that's a terrible letdown way to end this episode. But that's totally fine. I mean, it is what it is. That is the gamble of Magic sometimes. At least it's not as bad as one of my pre-release kits. I had, oh, here's that beautiful code for the loyal fan that happens to get that first. But one of my pre-release kits, I happened to pull 4 pain lands for Dominaria United. And man, was that brutal. It hurt. And I think I went 1-3 that particular event. It was pretty awful. But yeah, for this pre-release kit, it would be a little rough. I'm not sure which way I would go. Just look, at least from just doing the pack opening and just looking at the rares, it's a little rough, but maybe I'd go green. Well, you know what? Green-white. Bam. Just because of that card right there. This card is nuts and limited, especially with the sheer amount of artifacts that are in this set. Man, oh man. But yep, thank you everyone for sticking around to the end of this particular video. I have a couple more coming up, so in the next couple days or so, keep your eyes out for them. Yeah, thank you so much again, everyone, for sticking around to the end. Please take the time to like, comment, share, and subscribe. It would be appreciated. And for the people that do comment, I do read every single comment, and I do appreciate the time that it is that people spend, you know, even watching, or even if you don't watch, just listening to me. So thank you again, everyone, and never forget, Senpai didn't notice. Good night.